Next stop in the Castrol Nationwide Series brings us to Chicagoland Speedway, stock number 28. It's the running of the National Guard 300 part of National Guard Race Weekend at Chicago. On the pole for today's event, car number 88, it's Dalton Day on the pole here, driving for JR Motorsports, the Texaco Chevrolet, one of the two Texaco cars in the field. But alongside him, Nicole Williams, car number 10, one win this season so far in the Nationwide that came at Road America. Road number 2 has Austin Ogo in the 5 and Jeff James in the 44. Then it's Dylan Ogo in the 3 and Tim Gardner in 62 in row number 3. Tim, the winner at Daytona. Taylor Acosta in the 30 and Julian Wilson in the 20. One of the drivers right up there in the points chase, second place in the points right now. He starts outside of row number 4. And here comes the command to fire him up here at Chicago.
Drivers, start your engines.
And getting fired the engines. Row number 5 has Joshua Collard in car number 13, the car he calls Jenny Joe. Beside him, Samuel Ogo in the 1. So all the Ogos qualifying right up there in the field. Row number 6, the Johanna Long car. It's Kyle Matthews, and alongside of him, Dylan Young in number 22. And row number 7 has Jared Stone in 15 and the 32 of Jake Williams in the Kyle Larson car. Field rounding corner number 4. The pace car ducks off on the pit road. 30 laps of racing in order here today at Chicago as the green flag waves. And we are underway here at Chicago. Austin Ogo peeking inside of Dalton Day for position as Dalton now has the top spot. Dylan Ogo going inside of the number 3 car. The Ogo's going at it for number 2 for a second spot. But Taylor Acosta about loosened up Dylan Ogo in the 30, and now as Dalton Day leads the first lap of the race. Be clicking off laps here at over 190 miles an hour around this racetrack here. Very, very fast cars here at Chicago. Taylor Acosta being shoved by the 13 of Joshua Collard, and he's got Kyle Matthews behind him. And Matthews shoves Collard up the track. Collard, by the way, came in this race about, I think, number 3 in points, I believe. Collard did. Acosta now goes in second place there. Kyle Matthews, he's in the top 10 points as well. And ooh, Collard and Matthews got out of shape there coming out of turn number 2. And they about touched, and now Tim Gardner in the 15 goes inside 3 wide for third spot. Samuel Mills right behind. And they're just bouncing off each other. There's going to be a wreck here before long. They're bouncing off each other like crazy on these cars. And Collard now goes inside of Dylan Ogo for position as I believe the yellow flag's waved. Yeah. And I don't know what's the cause of the yellow flag was. We had a spinner up ahead. Yep, it was a 77 of Dougie Shears that spun. Oh, Lisa got close. Dougie actually uses Lisa as a kind of a cushion to bring him back in the forward as John Acosta in the 33 goes right by. And now Dougie's holding the entire field up. Nick Nealman in the 18, Joshua Michaels in the 12, Drew Austin in the 7, a lot of those cars. So no harm, no foul really for Dougie Shears. As Super Shears makes his way back on the racetrack. Actually still in the race. Pace car lights are off, so we're going to get the green flag here on lap number 8 of this event. Be 8 laps in the books, or 7 laps in the books and 23 to go. Still early in the going here at Chicago, so a lot can happen. It's Dalton Day your leader. Second is Taylor Acosta. Third, Kyle Matthews. Fourth is Tim Gardner. In fifth position belongs to Samuel Mills. as the green flag waves and we are back underway here at Chicago. 3 wide back there, Austin Ogo and Joshua Collard, but going inside Dylan Ogo. A Collard right in the middle of an Ogo sandwich as they come out, headed off into turn number 1. This Dalton Day leads him down. Kyle Matthews in the number 70 car goes inside of Taylor Acosta. Whoa! Kyle got close to Taylor coming on turn number 4. And Taylor keeps the spot, car number 30. And here comes Acosta going inside of Dalton Day for the number 1 spot. 3 Chevrolets in the top 3 spots. Actually made that Chevrolet sweep in the top 4, actually. The first non-Chevy product in the race is Tim Gardner in the 15, or Jared Stone in the 15. And he's about to get past Samuel Mills for the number 4 spot. Taylor Acosta, meanwhile, takes the lead. She led the lap, and Kyle Matthews now goes into 2nd place. Nicole Williams in the 10, and one of the 2 Jennifer Jo Cobb cars in the field. She's making her way up in the top 5. Nicole having a pretty good season and not just in Nationwide, but also in Cup as well. As her and Jared Stone go 3 wide with Dalton Day. Dalton dropping spots, and now Samuel Mills in the 31 heads behind Nicole Williams, but actually shoves Nicole up the track. And now it's Ford on the outside, Chevy on the inside. All the while, here comes Kyle Matthews as he brings the Johanna Long car on the inside. And he'll take the lead here at Chicago, and he will lead the lap. Kyle Matthews trying to get himself back in the contention for the points, and he puts off the first lap at over 190 miles an hour at 190.799. Oh, problems in backstretch. Nicole Williams has turned. Kyle Austin. Oh, Jacob Lawler up in the air. Oh, Angel Navarro. Dougie Shears, Daniel Day, Jake Williams, Stephen Pollard III. A big mess in turn number 3. Charles Jackson was in it. Did Drew Austin get any damage? He's points leader. Yes, he did, I think. Samuel Ogo, he might be in it. I know Russ Batson in the 16 was in it. He got jacked up on the crash. I thought I heard a little wall scraping happening right there, but crash happened right about there. Samuel Mills, yeah, he stuffs Nicole Williams into the wall and gets taken out by her own teammate, Joshua Collard. And Cody Lamas, he's around. Kyle Austin gets nailed by Tim Gardner, 62. Rohit Bayerview is the one that jacked up Russ Batson. And oh, look at Jacob Lawler. Whoa. Joey Chitwood couldn't do it any better than that. And oh, Angel Navarro in the 19, he tried to squeeze right in between this. It looked like the 2 of Daniel Day and the 33 of John Acosta. Yeah, he gets by Kyle Austin, but then watch Angel. He tries to squeeze in between the 2 cars, and instead he slides around and then instead hits Dougie Shears and Daniel Day like a couple of bowling pins at a bowling alley, but sends Angel himself around. So our winner of the February race at Daytona, and indeed Drew Austin, our points leader, was in the crash. It's going to be a point shakeup here. This is gonna be an interesting onboard camera view. Jacob Lawler's car. This ought to be interesting. Onboard with Jacob Lawler. This ought to be fun. Yeah, he tried to. That was his way of saying, "Get out of my way, get out of my way, get out of my way." That's it. So he couldn't find his way around Daniel Day or Angel Navarro. So Russ Batson's view. Watch what happens. Russ probably scratching his head, figuring what in the world happened. And finally, Rohit Badervi's view. Rohit got a good, perfect view of what underneath the stock car looks like. And just in time, about to get ready to get this race restarted here. Taylor Acosta leads the race there. We'll have 16 laps in the books and 14 to go. Taylor Acosta leads, running second right now. Is Kyle Matthews in the 70. Third is Jared Stone. Fourth, Dalton Day. Fifth is Samuel Mills. And it's the Ogos, Dylan and Austin, 6th and 7th as the green flag back in the air. We're underway. Tim Gardner, the lap car, couldn't get going as he bottlenecks up the entire field. Front three seems to go by okay. Here comes Kyle Matthews inside car number 70 for the number 1 spot. Matthews has won twice so far this season coming at Dover and again at Mid-Ohio. So he's won on a 1-mile track and on a road course. As Matthews again will lead the lap of the race. But the Ogos are coming right now. They're Dylan and Austin. Dylan in the 3 and Austin in the 5. Here comes Jared Stone inside car number 15. 3 wide battling going on here. And Kyle Mendes dives inside again for the top spot. And Dylan Ogo, meanwhile, he's going to shove him. Boy, Justin, tremendous racing going on, and we're almost down to the final 10 laps here at Chicago. Boy, these cars getting a little squirrely here coming out of the turns. And meanwhile, Dylan Ogo now takes the lead in number 3. The Advocare Chevrolet, but here comes Jared Stone in the 15 going inside for the number 1 spot. He's got it. And nope, he's not going to get number 1. Here comes Jeff James in the 44. And Samuel Mills now comes into the party. 3 wide between Kyle Matthews and Jared Stone. Dalton Day gets into it. Julian Wilson in the 20 gets into it. So does Taylor Acosta. Boy, there's going to be a mad scramble. And in fact, there already is a mad scramble coming out of turn number 4. They're almost 4 wide out of 4. Jeff James on the lap. Here comes Kyle Matthews back again for the lead. He's got it. Boy, don't pencil in your winner yet on this one. We have got 9 laps to go here at Chicago. And this is getting to be a whale of a race here today. Taylor Acosta trying for third. You know, she tries for second inside of Samuel Mills. But nothing doing. Mills will keep second. Meanwhile, Dylan Ogo and Jared Stone, they're both now shuffled back to the back there with Jacob Budd and Joshua Collard. It's amazing to me why they have not crashed yet here, but ain't over yet. Taylor Acosta for the lead. And she now sticks that nose at number 30 car on the inside of Kyle Matthews in the 70 to come down the backstretch. A field of 12 cars battling it out for the win here today at Chicago. And now with about 6 laps to go, 5.5 now. Austin Ogo, he makes us back up there number 5 car, but here comes Dalton Day in the 88. Dalton Day for the lead. Car number 88 down inside, he's going to lead the lap. 5 to go. Who is it going to be here at Chicago? And oh, problems! Dylan Ogo's crashed. Kyle Matthews, he's in a slide and Nope, he's got damage now. John Azaleas hit him. Oh, Austin Ogo jacked up. Jake Williams. Oh my gosh. Kyle Matthews, he did not need that. He was in the top 10 of the points. Looked like he was going to come in and skate until Julian Wilson nailed him in the 20. Russ Batson's in it. Julian Wilson is in it. Boy, let's look again as to what happened. That was, we were going to have a wonderful finish to this race. And Kyle Matthews, he's not going to, I tell you what, Kyle Matthews, he ain't going to give Austin Ogo a Christmas card at the season's end. Ogo shows him up the track, stuffs Kyle Matthews into the wall. Whew, Joshua Collard missed that one barely, and not inches. And Dylan Ogo crashes into him, so the Ogos have now taken Kyle Matthews out of the race. So Matthews ain't going to give any Christmas card to the Ogo family, so... Oh my gosh, and there's where Austin Ogo got jacked up by Stephen Pollard III, and then about everybody else, they kind of scramble around trying to guess which way they're going to go. Whew! Field goal, 3 points for both Jake Williams and Cameron Gilson. Well, Stephen Pollard III, I'd say that was a hard hit there on Austin Ogo. On board Stephen Pollard III. Driving down the backstretch and oh crap. Basically just spun around and around and around like a four-wheeled tornado. So But the yellow and white flags have both waved, so we will not get this race restarted. So the National Guard 300 has ended under yellow. And that means Dalton Day, car number 88, is going to be your winner here today at the National Guard 300. Jeff James comes home second. Third was Taylor Acosta. Joshua Collard comes home fourth. Fifth, Lisa Shears. Sixth was Jared Stone. Seventh, Cameron Gilson. Eighth, Jacob Budd. Ninth, Amy Bush. In 10th place, in spite of being caught in one of the wrecks, Cody Lamas. A good run for him, finishing in 10th spot. The top 10 for him, finally, I guess you might say. But for Dalton Day and Joshua Collard, two of the points contenders, they needed this for the points. And especially Dalton Day to try to get himself back in the contention for the nationwide championship. As the season is winding down now and heading to, and it rounds the far turn, head for the home stretch. But there it is, Dalton Day, car number 88 is going to be your winner here in the National Guard 300. There it is. The number 88 Tax Slayer Chevrolet has done it today here at Chicagoland Speedway. And here's your average speed of the race, 109.281, and there's your finishers. There, and there's your, we gave you the top 10 on the points of the race already. Joshua Michaels comes home 11th, 12th Keith Batson, 13th Nick Nealman, 14th Samuel Mills. He was right up there in the race too. Nicole Williams finishes 15th despite getting stuffed in the wall a little early in the race. Mark Matthews 16th, Dylan Young 17th, 18th Craig Batson, 19th Samuel Logo, 20th was John Acosta. And rest of your field right down there. And a lot of your points contenders, Julian Wilson, who was second in points, comes on 21st. Rohit Bayerview 22nd. Drew Austin, our championship leader, was 23rd. So this may be here. Kyle Matthews, he was top 10 points. He comes in 28th. Had a car that possibly could have won this race, possibly. So did the Ogos, Dylan and Austin. Austin won the wins out of the race. Stephen Pollard third. Charles Jackson, Dougie Shears, Kyle Austin, and Angel Navarro all out of the race. But for Dalton Day, a big victory here today at Chicagoland Speedway as he brings the car number 88 to victory lane. And here's your points they are right now with 8 races remaining on the season. Drew Austin has a 16-point lead now on Joshua Collard, who's now second place in the points. Dalton Day is third right now in the points, 39 back. Julian Wilson is fourth, 50 back in the points. So those 4 guys now battling it out for the championship here. Stephen Pollard third is fifth, 181 back. So Taylor Acosta, Nicole Williams, Samuel Mills, Joshua Michaels, and John Acosta currently in top 10 in the points chase, dropping Kyle Matthews out of the top 10. He's now down to 12th in the points. And on down to Lisa Shears in 20th place right now in the points chase. And there's the rest of your points. They are right now. Next race on the tour, the One Main Financial 200 from Dover Downs International Speedway. Don't miss it.